Yo, what's going on, everyone? We're back at it with another Price Picks video, and we're gonna go ahead and give y'all a winner for today, man. It's not gonna be no flashy play, right? It's not gonna be a 25x, a 10x play, none of that. It's just gonna be a solid win. I just want to give y'all a winner, and this is how we're gonna do it. Okay, it's gonna be a 2-man 3x play, right? If you just want a winner, stick around. If you want a 10x play, a 25x play, a 1 in 16 chance of hitting or whatever, right? Then obviously you're probably not gonna like the video. But if you want a solid 2-man winner, then let's go ahead. Let's give y'all that winner, right? So yesterday in the VIP, we made it out alive with our head over our waters, barely, right? We took this last play in the Sunday Night Football game with T. Higgins, Ladd, and Justin to go over their receiving and passing touchdown projections there, right? T ended up getting 148 receiving yards, Ladd with 123 receiving yards, and they were both around the same and got both hit over that 100 mark. It was pretty insane. That second half of that game really was money. It fed families, right, for those overs and things like that. So it was pretty badass. Anybody who threw unders on this game was probably pissed off at the second half, right? But on our case, thankfully, we went ahead and took the over on these, and it was amazing, right? This cash, I think, in the third quarter, I want to say, maybe fourth, right? But oh man, going to that game, it's funny because I really was thinking it was going to be a not that great game, right? It's like, why they give us Bengals and the Chargers? You know, my bad. It was a freaking badass game. I really wanted to see the Bills versus the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. Although that was a good game too. Josh Allen just freaking looked like a freight train with that last rushing touchdown. This Bengals and Chargers game was really fun to watch. More so because the Bengals were down by, I want to say, 3 touchdowns. And they ended up coming back, tying it 23-23. But Justin Herbert and J.K. Dobbins did their thing, and J.K. Dobbins ran it in for a long touchdown. And he could have easily kneeled at the 1-yard line or something like that. But man, he ran it in there, and I'm sure it made a lot of fantasy people, right, in fantasy football, very happy. But let's go on over, man. If y'all want to get my plays, all you got to do is go to winnable.com/DSP. I have $1,500 off my entire pass, right? $1,500 off. Where's this thing going? $1,500 off my entire NFL and college football season pass. I'm also giving out NBA plays on this one, and we're pretty solid with NBA. We're doing low volume, high quality NBA plays, right? We just hit a 10x in NBA, and yeah, 80% off for the rest of November. Only 8 available. Type in code November at checkout at winnable.com/DSP. The link is in the comment section down below, and you get $1,200 off, right? Bringing down your total $300. And the cool thing about it, man, you go to Klarna. With Klarna, you could go ahead and finance the entire payment if you want. You do 12 payments of $27, and you're only going to be paying a total of $333, right? Or just, you know, some people do this and then pay it off completely after a couple huge wins. All right, so let's go on over, man. Let's give y'all some winners for today, right? Let's give y'all some winners for today. So, of course, we only got one game. The Houston Texans going up against the Dallas Cowboys, right? The injury-ridden Dallas Cowboys. Dak is officially out for the entire season. And good old Cooper Rush has to come in and save the day, right? So, on this game, right, we got to be very careful on what we choose. We don't want to, I mean, I don't know. It's very, even though Cooper Rush's passing yards are very low, it's honestly hard to take his over passing yards. It really is. And even with C.J. Stroud, C.J. sitting at 238.5 passing yards. And with Nico Collins out there again, he could definitely hit this. But again, it could be one of those games where the Texans just get up and just stay dominant on the ground. And, just run the piss out the ball with Joe Mixon, right? So with that being said, we're taking Joe Mixon over 89.5 rushing yards. Not surprised it is the most popular play for today, right? So Joe Mixon over 89.5 rushing yards. And if you've been following Joe Mixon all season, ever since he came back from that early injury, he has just been going off. Look at this 5-day game chart. Dude is averaging 94.2 rushing yards in the last 5. The only one he didn't get it against recently was against Detroit, and Detroit has a really stout offense, and honestly the Texans just kind of fell apart in that game. Right, so against the Jets 106, Indy 102, Green Bay 115, New England 102, right, and then the Cowboys are a lot easier to run on than the Jets or Green Bay is, right? India and New England, pretty easy to run on, but, you know, Jets and Green Bay have some pretty good defenses, so especially in that interior defensive line. So we're going to go ahead and take Joe Mixon over that 89.5 rushing yards, and we're going to combine it with Rico Dowdle, right? So the reason why we're taking Rico Dowdle out of all the Dallas Cowboys players, because honestly, it is so hard to choose to make a choice with the Dallas Cowboys right now. Can you take CD? Yes. Can you take Brandon Aubrey as a goblin over 1.5 field goals? I think so, because that could potentially cash. But we're going to go ahead and take Rico Dowdle over his 12.5 rushing attempts. The reason being is, according to Coach Mike McCarthy on Thursday, he said that Rico's going to now be the lead back, and they're not going to do a running back committee anymore. They are officially done with Ezekiel Elliott. They are done with Dalvin Cook, right? And Rico Dowdle, when he's actually out there and getting fed the ball out, he's averaging 4.5 yards per carry. So I think they're going to go ahead and do Cooper Rush a favor and take the pressure off him and put the pressure on Rico Dowdle and see what he could do. Because honestly, this season's kind of over with them. At the very least, what they know what they have in Cooper Rush. At the very least, they can see what they have in Rico Dowdle, and yeah, we'll see what we go from there, right? But we're gonna go ahead and take Rico Dowdle over 12.5 rushing attempts, right? So over 12.5 rushing attempts for him, and it is. Oh, now it's 13 rushing attempts, but it is right there. Go ahead, lock it in. Oh, man. All right, everyone. Those are the plays for today. Make sure you go ahead and already have it locked in, and I'll see y'all on the next video.